believe that football brings us together. I believe in the power that peace can bring. Now we must all work together to bring about football for peace. Let us unite. Football for peace.
Oh, so you know, cause we're different, it don't mean we can't unite. For the game, do it right. Whether you win or lose, no matter your time or your kind, we can make it a better place. So play the game, share the love, let them know say we get what we want.
Unity, love and peace on the field. One ball, one love, one goal. Even if the team different, but the aim in the game that is same. Let peace play a role.
Make we race with glass centers for the gift of life. Connect to the power, bring peace alive. The only race, not the human race, running to the finish is a victory. Anytime we align. Global citizens, one people, one nation.
The goal is peace, we are all goalkeepers. Defend the fight, we bring the globe needs us.
We only get one shot, take up for the team. Peace is the trophy, we going for the win.
So ready, make you sign up, set for the lineup.
Go for the ref, blow the first whistle till it's time up.
One game.
One goal, let's all unite.
One game, one people. If you check them, you go see, say, we are better together.
Yes, of course, we are better together, and welcome to yet another edition of the show. Today we come a little bit late because I was supposed for host Tejan Brima, one of we Salone players that we play now one team in Europe. We will be supposed for interview, but unfortunately it gets training this evening with in team, so they began for column and immediate training, so you'll be able to join me. But basically, I come online for can talk about the Sierra Leone Premier League as we see some matches that don't start for play. By Bue Warriors return to winning ways as they beat Arsenal by 1-0, and we see the police they arrest Bo Rangers as Bo Rangers lost to Police FC by 1-0 as well. And a couple of other matches yesterday. Eastern Lions and Central Parade been draw 0-0. I will bring you match reactions and interviews from players and coaches, and then basically that's all for today. And update about Sierra Leone players, the way they play football abroad. As nothing much today, only Amadou Bakayoko being at the score sheet as he nets the winning goal for inside with Bolton Wanderers inside the match where he be play, and now he scored a 3-2 goal. but we get lots of other players that will not make the team for play for the club them this weekend. A lot of them they are the sub bench, but they not use them at all. So instead of where we start with first news, we start with basketball, as we see the Sierra Leone Basketball Federation, not really, but somebody where they come all the way from overseas, begin for collaborate for get a homecoming competition where they play for the Sierra Leone Stadium basketball court. And that particular competition, they cars now they organize them for, and Coach Alaji and the rest of the other guys then put them together. Let me listen to what Coach Alaji began for say about this particular basketball gala where they play in a stadium, as it all reaching grand final and the finals will play tomorrow.
Well, just a basketball competition we call well, this is a non-profitable organization we call Cars Foundation. We're made up of 4 guys. The lead sponsor for this team is Army. We're in the cars. The beast are USA. And we get to the other 3. We're in our Chongina. We're in a building something like that. And we get Alvin. So now we 4, they run this team. This is purely promotion. We want to promote this game of basketball and just for take and another level. And not just basketball, on other aspects in the back with the foundation the guy for doing. And this is the 3rd edition with the guy for doing. We don't do it every year. The winner will take home $1 million and the runners will take $2 million. And we can put a medal to the winners. The previous year, all the participating team the balls, and we can help them back with other small things so we can help. But this year, because of the COVID, we have to make for and this year we increase the teams. All along our 4 teams, this year we get 8 teams, and we also get the team way come all the way from Konneh. We didn't come represent. So to watch tournament this year is more things and get more players there for. Let it be in the so each stage right now the semi-final so just watch right now. The next game we're going to play and the 2 giants in our basketball they get to the champion really good just play and the future leaders then are runners. So I'm going to look for sponsors. Well, not just for CAS organization, because I also happen to be a member of the federation. The arms are open and basketball don't take a turn now. You watch where the game they play, we don't get a very youthful team. The arms are open for anybody who wants to help. They just come in contact with Secretary General at the Federation, or if they want organized competition as such, you can contact the Federation or contact basketball people around. Basketball they play all over Sierra Leone. Basketball they play in Magdalene, they play in Boy, they play in Konneh, they play in Future. So any Southside boy you just ask and you get an association really all the area. You be able to go outside so you play basketball and talk to them. And I want to say thanks to Una and Maggie, my own journalist, my own sister, my own body. And we all learn it by this in a one journalist, we always promote basketball. I want to say kudos to them. Like
forget the defeat for let them able for beat the parade guys there, but that not be happen at all as Lions began the first goal through Ali Konneh, where later on we see David Kokofele where happened for be the man of the match being get for level the scores for Central Parade. After the match, the Mags Tribune guys then be caught up with the coaches and the man will win the player of the match for yesterday.
And you being the coach of the Sierra Leone, playing the very first match against the former side, and it's ended well. How did you feel?
To some extent, I feel disappointed because we took the lead, and so it'd be nice if I got a win today. But and the other way around, I mean, I'd be satisfied because that's the team that the future is the Lions, and coming up today again to play them, they'll be more encouraged. They are not panic at all to play them because they know they can win against the Lions. But at least to some extent, that's what I'm saying. It's it's being impressed.
What's your impression about the entire 90 minutes of play?
The impression is we really attack and defend very well because they couldn't break our defensive score. The only goal they had was like 30 to 40 yards away when the shot came. So, but we created many chances, though we couldn't score as many as we created.
So what's your message to the fans of this team?
Yeah, to my fans there, I know it's hard. It's hard to take. It's difficult, but it's a process, and we are still in the right track, going towards aim as a club. We keep fighting, and let them just exercise patience because it doesn't happen overnight. If a team that defeated us last time and now today we're able to get a point there, with our performance, let's just keep going and work hard. We keep going and working hard as well as a team. I want the fans also to continue the support towards the Lions and remain patient, then see what comes for us our next match.
Now we're with the assistant coach for Central. What's your name? Now we are get a ball against Sierra Leone. What's your name? I'm going into this particular match. We don't go for goal because we only say we don't win, we don't make a level of points with Sierra Leone. But the game end up close. So it's how you take the match.
In this game, nobody go play football. You see, they go for loss, they go for goal. We be highly motivated to come win this game. The loss was supposed to be take it.
This now the second game we are play this season against Sierra Leone. First game we have beat them and now we are coming to the goal. Going forward, waiting fans to expect from Central Park, being that we have lost so many outstanding players there, like Sombo and also Jones. I would feel that players they left now.
Well, the fans they don't watch this game. This is not signal to say more players than come. The players can feel the gap of Jones, Sombo, Gibiralta, and a better player than two. Whatever look come to. They let them believe we technical style so we can get the result. Then this season is a season we compete for the cup. Okay,
so you want to target this season for win the Salone Premier League?
That's for sure. But you play competition, you never win now. We never win Premier League. We don't want to win now. And this season we believe now since we can materials we get. And by God's grace, we don't say we win this competition.
Okay, thank you very much.
Welcome.
Right now, I'm happy because of the so like you winning the man of the match, the signal really so simple. This is because like I don't be able to watch. Like you say, I don't think signal I'm going to the national team and to the next team step beside the premiership. So like what you want to say to the next I just go tell us here, let it go and the game now. What about setting now? Yeah, but I tell them I'm going to continue for support. I mean, teammates, they're not going to continue for the other process to get collectiveness and that makes go this game because of the love and the respect. So let's see the express the coming matches. I'm going to expect much past this. And I'm going to do more and more. Okay, thank you very much.
All right, that's now the voices of the player we win man of the match, Wayne Akokofele, and the coach for Lions and the assistant coach for Central Parade inside the match we played yesterday. I'll bring to you the match reactions from the match we played today between Bo Rangers and Police, as the police they began for arrest Bo Rangers by 1-0 inside the Sierra Leonean Stadium. But a lot of people are always concerned about which stadium is status. Every week we get issues inside with sports system. First was the suitcase issue where there's a players for return back because if they not return they're not going to give them the money. Some players say no, not be terrible, so not to be the arrangement that, and professionally if we play competition, automatically the kits or equipment on I give you for become with souvenir for that competition day. If we become with you, but the FSA no na learn to now for return back. So for going from that issue there, we come back to an issue now where the league they play, people they live stream a lot of people where they watch and not appreciate the status of the stadium, to the point that some people they call the stadium caviar because the way how the grass they and all. But like we've been talking in one of the programs, them where they interview the minister, say that they can't do the renovation for 2 years. We mean they will lock the stadium for 2 years. I think the renovation will start on 26th, and women say teams then will just play few matches at the moment at the stadium, and then everybody will move out, and then we'll start the renovation process. They talk about about $40 million renovation, where that's again a lot of people be questioned and say why we not go get a new stadium then instead of using all that money for renovate this stadium now, then he just use few of them and then the remaining then gets a standard stadium. We will be a second choice stadium. We will reduce the pressure at the Shaka Stevie Stadium. But the minister say this stadium where they can build like multi-purpose and it gets a proper facelift. So now some of the thing and the one and the way they be. So if you're out there now, tell me in the comment section what do you feel about the stadium. As a lot of people say it's shameful. The grass, the pitch of itself, it looks so fade and not good for the players them at all. If you think about injuries and all, not good for the players them. But as we move on, we continue to talk about what's they be in our league and how things then for gone. So also before the league start on Friday, we see the FA come up with a press statement say they don't donate or they don't give the Premier League but 400,000 400 million euros. They don't donate 400 million euros to the Premier League board for the Premier League itself. And a lot of people applaud them for that particular venture, while others say the money is small, they need for increase that because the Premier League board, to be honest, they struggle for funding. The Premier League board they struggle for funding. But we also get a news where Salone step in for ensure say them boost the league with financial support. So meaning the league never struggle again because a lot of these Sierra Leone Premier League teams they not get money. They just depend on what they come from the FA or the Premier League board for run the affairs of the team. A lot of teams they not get merchandise, meaning merchandise like where you go make you jersey, you club in cap or you beanies for sell them to your fans them who clubs them. A lot of them not get that except for FC Salone where they try with that venture for ensure say they merchandise them club. Most of the clubs they not get sponsorship. They not get companies already advertise for. So the Premier League need a lot. We need a lot for let we get to the standard where we were able to say ourselves now one of the competitive nations in football in Africa, because most of the clubs they not get sponsorship. And that they affect the day-to-day run. Now that make you go hear some players they say I don't play for this club 2 months, 3 months, they owe me, they not pay me because the clubs they not get money. They not get the know-how for go about for seek for sponsorship. Even the one where they try it hard forget that. Although they get rumors because not just something where they open up, but they get rumors a few clubs then are the league where team up together and go to Orange or so, Orange give them sponsorship. but that not open us now. Just few club and others, and they will not be part of that arrangement there. So a lot of things that already happen now with system. We need for the need for straight for put straight. So we were able to see the clarity of what they happening with football. It's not only about football, but in the sporting aspect of Sierra Leone itself, the entire sporting industry. People they like for do fishy deals and just consider themselves and left others out. But that's it. That's what's going on in the league. Let bringing out the interview for the Bo Rangers coach in match press conference, post-match conference reaction, and interview from the coach for Police and the player of the match, waiting them began to say after today's win against Bo Rangers.
Well, the impression is, of course, it's always a little bit difficult just to talk directly after the match, especially when you still have the feeling from the match, you still have the adrenaline from the match. For me, of course, it's when they did the first goal. For me, it's a free kick. It's a free kick, and that the referee didn't see that is for me unbelievable. It's a big mistake from the referee on that match, and that was what gave us a big consequence during the match. First off, I think it was a good match. It was going for them, it was going for us. It was in the second half. My players, my team, showed really this character and fighting until to the end. We created enough chances for me just to say, even to say, not even a draw would be fair for me. We have to win this game. That's my question. Thank you.
First of all, thank you. You don't say when people in the crime I can be there at club, I'm so happy people like the Rangers because a big game for me, a small game back. Because I don't determine say any kind of solution this game for me now, and I've been promised the fans and I've been promised the coaches them. Say I forget this game for the team. So what thing the supporters expect well, I'm not saying I football, anything in life, you get for happen. What time is able to tell the fans? Let them keep on for the support to him. And let them believe outside police day, take police day, go outside. You know, really can't go, but to come on and a solution where you go somewhere. And I go back. And you go somewhere. And I go to the match.
Why is that to be at the Briama and Tejan Brima playing against the football club? Ladies and gentlemen, that's how we come to the end of today's match.
What it's going to be. Every match is the same. As long as we are holding a Premier League, we'll take every game serious. I'm happy for the morning because they don't have pressure. You understand? So let him get that position. They can't get one goal. They don't know if they can attack or we say keep feeding them. But thank God, this big team will be no confidence for the team. I would say, coming out will be better. Come on, this police the right decision, at least the executive of the morning. No, the experience they don't get from a club. No, one thing I decided to take the job approach it because sometimes people know they run away from responsibility. This make a concentrate on the job more. They make a say I get something for you. You understand? So that's not the fight for that. Not to say because the team lay down, mean to say somebody not to go help them to come up from that side. So right now, I decided I take the risk. Anything can happen. If I go out, then I'm angry as well. This is how life is. So what's supporters let them just keep for the support to the team. When they give for what they give them confidence. People want to do, but losing them and position them, it's not good for them. So Nadane, mental strength. That's how to be. You understand? So make sure say people don't understand say captain and change it.
All right, that's now the voice of Coach Abubakar Sustao, and also the coach for Bo Rangers and the man of the match, the player who scored the goal for Police. Well, like you get from the player, I say happy we score the goal and win the match, because if we don't they get too much critics. People they criticize them because they cry and down because if they down and goal be lost banner. But today's scoring don't boost in morale, and he believes say that go motivate them moving forward, as in believe say though Police not going to win the cup at this point, but then go move on, then go move from the relegation zone and try for fight for stay back in the league. Also from the coach from Bo Rangers, they mentioned say appreciate or happy with the decision from the referees, especially with the goal where Police score. Say that goal for be cancelled because the goal a mistake from the referee himself. Well, that's now our coaches, and they every time losers can get excused, and the one they can win, they happy. So this now how it goes into this Premier League matches, and also one other matches where now been good one. One other match where now be good one are Bibuya Warriors, where return to the winning ways. Well, Bibuya Warriors now the team where they represent Potloko in the Premier League, and they get for beat Al Slav by 1-0 through a goal scored by Mohamed Kanu. Mohamed Kanu na Imbi score for the host where na Bibuya Warriors. And another match we play also between Slifa and Port Authority, but that is already not reach me yet. But anyways, this, like I said, I just come for give information about the Premier League and analyze one or two issues, because the guest who for we get today, the player who for the host, they get for call me and say they get late night training and they're not able for feature in the show. But hopefully next week we will host them. Inside the Premier League so far, the league table where they so far Bo Rangers they lead by 1 point, because this now it will be important victory for them, but again the defeat to them being get for be an advantage to Eastern Lions with a second now the table. Lions are after when they go yesterday, they don't get 34 points, they don't play 18 games, and then so looking at the table, you will find out say Lions, Bo Rangers, and Central Parade all don't play equal matches, including Alslav and Bibuya Warriors, where they all don't play 18 matches. And the other teams them they on 17 each, where they will continue to play tomorrow as well matches than they across the country. And at the moment, you get Bo Rangers, we get 35 points with 18 matches played. They don't win 11, draw 2, lost 5, and so far so good. They get 17 goals in favor, and against they get 10. So goals difference for them now 7. And that's now how Bo Rangers stand now the league. They lead by 35 with 1 point difference. And for Eastern Lions, then they second. They don't play 18 matches, and don't win 10, draw 4, lost 4, and then get 19 goals in favor, 10 against, and 9 difference. So in terms of goals, Lions get more goals than that of Bo Rangers. And for Central Parade, they don't play 18 matches, then don't win 9, then get 4, they get 5 defeats, then get 5 draws and 4 loss. They don't lost 4, and 18 goals in favor, 13 against, and the goal difference now -1, and then get 31 points, then sit third place now the table above FC, above Usum Stars, where get for play the next match soon. So Usum Stars then still not get a taste of the second round of the league yet, so then get 17 points. They don't play 17 matches, and they get 29 points. So they get a chance. Probably a win for Usum Stars tomorrow can take them at level or above Central Parade. And also FC Salone, where the fifth na the table, 17 matches played, 28 points so far na the league, and hopefully themselves can get a win and move ahead. But now so the league table there, and then you get the likes of Diamond Stars, Police FC, and Bible Warriors. They're all down at the table, including the other teams like Port Authority with a 14, and you get Mighty Blackpool, Old Edwardians. So everybody they fight for gets a better footing in the Premier League, so that they will stay back, especially the teams the way they fight for relegation. Although the journey long for us, because go take somebody to say because you don't lost this game or that amount of game it go relegate, because like I said, the journey very long, and then get more matches than for playing at the league. So who knows? It might be different for some other teams in this second round. We don't see the top two don't fumble inside and two matches where they play, because Bo Rangers come free time with the hope for beat Police, but Police prove them wrong and stand firm for ensure say then get all 3 points in the match, then take them by surprise. And with all the power out, with all the money spending, the players the way Bo Rangers get, well, a lot of miss from Musa Tombowe, now one of the players the way in name be the echo at the stadium, and miss a lot of chances, then catch a lot of time offside. So Bo Rangers not play that bad, but that Police been get a game plan and they execute them well. We make the ensure so they take all 3 points, score 1 goal, and get at least something from the match. The same thing to Easter Lions yesterday. Then go with the intention for win, while Central Parade also wants for win because they thought, and at the end of the day they be get for draw, because for Central Parade they be one for like make sure say they get a point from the match, while Lions at all costs be one for win because they chase Bo Rangers. But with the results today, much pressure not there anymore on Lions, because they know say Bo Rangers don't lose, and it's just 1 point difference with 18 matches played each. And then the only pressure will come in from if teams like Wusum Stars, FC Salone, Cambo Eagles begin for win the next matches, then Lions and Bo Rangers continue for fumble, then you will see the table change a little bit. But we don't see a lot of good things now with the Nations Cup. All the players that so far away, we don't play, where you interview them, you either say yes, I play because I want to get a space in the national team. I want for be recognized that myself able for represent the country. So the motivation from the players that whether they get, especially the one that will not be able to make the squad to the Nations Cup, that's now one big thing will happen to the league. So that means we get for see more competitive matches where they play, because everybody want to prove himself for meet up the next rounds of qualifiers. We will start in June this year for the Nations Cup. They will host now because everybody want to get a taste of it now. And another thing again, now the venues. Then everybody knows say obviously the venue get for shut down, and when a stadium where most of the Freetown based teams and they play, and teams that therefore begin to move their match. Some teams don't already choose Maboka. I understand say Eastern Tigers going to play their matches in Maboka, and likes of FC Salone, FC Yuan and choose Husum Field for their own matches them. So these now how things therefore they play. Teams like Bo Rangers, Cambo Eagles, Husum Stars, Konneh, Diamond Stars, another problem and get their home. Not just for the teams in a Freetown, and with the stadium shutting down for renovation, you only get Parade Field, Atuga, and Approved School for play. We're not to the ground; they're not too convincing for play standard football league, considering the grading of the pitch, also the leveling and players, the possibility of players getting injured in open playing in those venues. Although you go say back, there is not much different with them venue than the stadium we get, because somebody they look the game yesterday, they ask question if na Sansan ground in the play, because the stadium just look like any Sansan ground. So with all them thing then there, I believe say things go be put in place for make sure say we get a Premier League where we all go satisfied with. It's not about this now, but after this end, waiting next get for B with venues and all way na issue. And yeah, Bible Warriors also get their own venue and then they play good matches. They now grown down the way it asked for the person go. It's difficult for the person go. It return with victory because the Warriors they're always ready. They're always ready for ensure say then defend what belongs to them. So this is very very sad and the football also they play players that they get injured and they fall and at the end of the day you find out say the medical system or this is not about the Premier League. What about the teams themselves? So a lot of things need to be done for we say yes, we only in a standard league. You know, I see news about stretcher boys where no be they not get any attachment to the Premier League, no medical facility, then just they do them because of the one for doing voluntary for give you help or support to the league. So things then they for put in place. And another thing now the fact that the Premier League say well let nobody not stream the matches them again. Reason they're not gay, but they say let nobody, say you get people like young Sierra Leoneans the way they spend their own money, the source beats, Sierra Leone Premier League updates, the Sierra Leone Premier League board itself get their own page. They all then stop there, including myself, not for show the Premier League anymore on Facebook. Reason for that they're not tell we. But what we they try for say, most of the people where they watch the Premier League, not to Sierra Leone, because one issue where they raise them say and stop people not for show the league na Facebook anymore because they feel say na it make the stadium need full up. Now that make people need to go watch games. That are the reason way we understand say then why then decide for stop the league. But it don't make sense because not all the people in a Salone more can watch the game online. If you don't follow when Source they show game, Salone Premier League update, or even the Sierra Leone Premier League board their own page, most people where they follow the league now from overseas that day. You go see somebody watching from Dubai, watching from Turkey, watching from Germany, England, America. Now people where they overseas they follow the league online. So if you cut that off now, that's it stop the league for be exposed, for expose the league or give the people the opportunity for watch players everywhere not a Salone. If you advertise the league well, you get your fan base where able for do the work for you well. I don't feel say you get issue for show game where you believe say if only people show game on Facebook they're not going able for get more fans than at the stadium. No, because the fans the way they watch the game online, most of them are overseas than they. And then they follow the league because they want to know what thing they happen because there is no national TV. If any of the TV station then be they show the game, I like now go pay $1, $2, people go pay for follow, but nobody know they show the game. So young Sierra Leoneans can come on board, they invest in equipment. It's not like anybody they make money from streaming Premier League na Salone. If you ask Sourcebit, it will tell you the same. You ask Salone Premier League update, it will tell you the same. Even the Premier League board page where Owen and African Teacher they run, they will tell you the same. People use their money to buy equipment, data. First how it's difficult for one live stream now Sierra Leone with the internet problem. You get for spend a lot of money for get the best internet service for able for push you stream. Otherwise you stream will be choppy and it not go good. So these guys, all of us spending with money just for fun, just for get the league going, just for help out. But people will say maybe they gotta make money. No, it's not money. Nobody makes money from that online, and nobody know the way they watch the league because in no one go stadium. The people where they watch them now overseas than they. So that's not the reason why today people are able to see boring just the game because when streamers and go and set up, they stop everybody not for show the game live. So that's not some of the reason. Well, before I go, quick one, let's just go through the players and Salone players abroad, how they perform inside the matches then in yesterday, Friday, and Saturday today. So far for the one that they play abroad, few of them were compiled. Usman Koroma been there in action for Aris Limassol inside and 3-1 away defeat to Anorthosis in the Cyprus First Division League, and he came from the bench as a substitute in the 78th minute. Ali Cisse been there in action for Pasbaya Surabaya as they draw 2-2 away to Pasela and now the Indonesia League One. Ali Cisse play for full 90 minutes. John Bankole Kamara not been there inside Kelshad and squad. We been faced humiliating defeat, 6-0 defeat to at home to Qarabag na the Azerbaijan Cup. So John not been in the squad at all. Usman Kake be there out of the QPR squad. We lost 1-0 away to Barnsley na the English Championship. Now the League One, Sule Kaikai be also now be unused sub for Wycombe Wanderers inside a 1-1 draw with Lincoln City, and David Cisse also now be unused sub for Weddleston as them beat Barnet in former team 3-1 away from home in the National League. Issa Kalon and Alex Bangura been there in action for SC Campbell inside then 4-3 loss to Pek Zwolo na the Eredivisie. Well, Issa been get for play for full 90 minutes and Alex been get for be substituted, but the fact is them been lost 4-3 inside the home to Zwolo na the Dutch league. Inside Turkey, Steven Koka been unused sub for inside Gaziantep FK as they lost 2-0 to their opponents when at Istanbul Besiktas. And Augustin Cabo been there in action for Crotone inside a 1-0 defeat to Regina na the Italian Serie B. And same way so Amadou Bakayoko, we now one of the Sierra Leonean players away headline this weekend being get for net the winning goal for Bolton Wanderers against Oxford United with them win where then get 3-2 away from home. Well, that now been good one from Bakayoko. We also play the match for full 90 minutes. So these now some players are from after the Nations Cup. Most of the players will become represent the country. Not they get much playing time like they always be on use sub. Then they at the sub bench, but they not use them. But the likes of Bakayoko, Issa Kalon from where he returned, Augustus, they play week in, week out, and then players they are very regular for the squad the way they play for. So these are players that we very regular with the squad, and the likes of Ali Cisse also where they play in Indonesia, and another player regular na Usman where they play in Cyprus. Other players them as well regular for the squad like Tejan Brima we have for the interview today, but he get training himself regular for the squad as if he don't get a loan move from the first team will be the winner Europa point, and they continue in rest of the season on loan to St Josephh FC now the Gibiralta National League where they play. And you get a couple of other young players then where we will bring you more information about as we move on. Other players that will play in the Scandinavia. Currently, the league they on old because the season will don't end, but then they're on pre-season preparation with lots of friendly matches where they play. So for now, players already play now Sweden, Norway, then they rest first. They will come back soon when the season starts. So far, so good. Don't get much for say today. I just come on board for make sure say we just get information about the Premier League. What they're going to players them abroad, the basketball competition. Hopefully, we go show them live tomorrow night on our channel. We won't let show things there live what people want for let we show, because if you want for help people, they don't want to get for left them. We know they show league because they make money. Nobody need pay with Facebook need pay for that. I like to get 3,000 views per one stream for Premier League match na Salone. You get nothing from Facebook fans, so they pay nothing. You spend your cash, but all these people still say it's all about money making or whatsoever. So yeah, the Premier League clubs then get right because you get to forget TV rights for show games. But for country like Salone, where we try for develop a league, I think say showing the league out, they bring more interest, and that they make more people get interest for no waiting they happen inside the Sierra Leone Premier League. We hope so then we'll revisit the decision and try for see how they go ensure say people then begin get access back, especially people Sierra Leoneans already abroad for watch the league. Even if they want for going to partnership with AYV, not bad. But at least they're not for cut off the league like that. At least people for able to see the league itself. They can go into partnership with AYV, Star TV, SLBC, but let people get chance for look them players there. If not for those streamers who for know people not for know about how Musa Tumbo good, how they play, but people they follow the league. They know them players them. Even whenever they call it home based team, people go tell say Malia, Musa Tumbo, call this, call that, Lampard, because they watch the league online. Now that's make. Yeah. All right then. With that, thanks for joining me. I will join you next week, and hopefully we will get Tejan Brima. We will tell what in football career. I host Magdalene. Today I don't get Desmond because I don't go hamburger at all. After we Tejan say no, they come on board. I will join you next week, but keep watching more updates on the Premier League and news about sport around Salone and the world. They reach you now with page every minute and hour. So continue to follow, like, and comment, and also help we share the page. Until then, bye-bye, and have a blessed weekend. Although for Manchester fans, they're not happy at all. We're not happy. But anyways, it is what it is.